Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Srinivasa Biology Tutorial. For this session to discuss in NCERT class 11 first chapter The Living World part 2 continuation. Here, hence based on the characteristic, all living organisms can be classified into different taxa. Here that process is called as a taxonomy. So here the different classes we get making as in different groups. So that is called as what? That is in a taxonomy, making as a name. That is called as what? Taxonomy. Okay, next. Here, the external and internal structures. When you see that in external internal structures based on, we get categorized. Right? Along within a structure, cell development, process, and ecological information, organisms are essential from the basic modern taxonomic studies. So here, how do we get studied, Nana? The cell development and process of elongation, their complete information of organisms, essential of in the modern taxonomic studies. These are complete to get help for as in a to study of the taxons. Okay, that is called as a taxonomy, right? Here, hence the characterization, identification, classification, nomenclature. This process, their basic taxonomic categories. So here, the four: characterization, identification, classification, nomenclature. These are the completely the basic information of the taxonomy. Now, the taxonomy is not something new. It is not new. It is human beings have been that always have been interested the unknowing more or more about the various kinds of the organisms, the particular within the reference to the other own use. So we completely get used as in the particular organisms. They show as a different characters in their own needs. Early days, the human beings need as in a find the source of either in a basic needs, food, clothing, and shelter. Hence, this earlier classification based on this use of any various organisms. So each and every organism, they are completely they are doing as in different works. Like which organism they completely they are think about as in their own needs, like as in a food, clothing, and shelter, whatever. These are all things. Okay. Next, here, human beings. Here, the human beings were the since along in not only the interested the unknowing about the different kinds of organisms and their derivatives, but also their relationship among them. So here the human beings on living organisms, they completely they're interconnected with as any one and each another. Here more than different kinds of organisms, the derivatives, they're completely interlinking. They having a particular relationship also they are present. This branch of study of refers to as in the systematics. So it is the completely one by one they are interlinking. Means they're one systematically they get arranged. So that is called as what? Systematics. That word systematic that derived from as in the Latin word the systema. That means the systematic arrangement of organisms. So this systematics they comes as where in a Latin word. That is what? Latin word. Here in the systematic means what? The arrangement of in a one systematically that organisms. Okay. Here the Linnaeus used as in a systema naturae as in the a title of these publications. So he wrote as in one book that entered the information kept in the in a that is Systema Naturae in the book. The scope of the in a systematics lateral that enlarged including identification, nomenclature, classification, these all things. So they including as what? These are complete identification, nomenclature, classification. Systematics takes place into the account the evolutionary relationship between the organisms. So systematics takes place in where, Nana? It is completely that depending upon the evolution relationship. Here evolution is takes place as well as here this total systematics also will be get changed. Okay. Next, these are the in a different kinds of the organisms like as a systematics, taxonomy, whatever. Okay. Next, let us discuss taxonomic categories. Next one is what? It is in a taxonomic categories. Classification is not a single step. The process but involves a hierarchy of the steps, which is each step represent as in a rank or category. So here when we take as in a one particular the hierarchy level, they followed as in the different categories like as in a kingdom and division and class, order, and then here family and genus and then species. Like these are different hierarchy levels. These are the since the category is in a part of the overall taxonomic arrangements, it is called as a taxonomic category. So how do they get complete? They get arranged. This is called as what? This is a taxonomic category, and it is a categories together they constitute of the taxonomic hierarchy. So when these all their hierarchies means to gather, these all categories together to get form as what? Hierarchy level. Each category that refers to as a unit of classification. In fact, they represent as a rank and they're commonly termed as a taxon. So each one we call as one taxon. Each one they call as what? Taxon. Now the taxonomic categories and hierarchy can be the completely illustrated by example. The insects represent a group of organisms sharing as in a common feature like is any the three pairs joined legs. So here the more common features as organisms we completely we joined one group like. Okay, example, it means the insect category they're recognized, they're completely concrete objects which can be they're classified thus as in were given the rank or category. So the insects they're all they contain as in a the joint legs. So these all categories based on they completely kept as in a in separate group like. Next, you can you name the other such groups organisms. The remember the represent categories. The categories further does not rank. So when you observe as in different categories, they're not complete in a rank. Each rank of the taxon factory represent unit classification. So each rank. So for example, this each the taxon or ranks will completely be formed as what one systematic classification will be formed. Next, these taxonomic groups categories are their distinct biological events that are not mainly their morphological their aggregates. So here the complete morphological characters here mainly not any morphological characters that all characters based on we completely they separate to as a each and every group. Next, here the taxonomical studies all the that in organisms have lead to the in a development of the common categories such as in a kingdom. So here when we observed as in a one particular categories we followed like as in a first their kingdom and then or phylum or division in the plants. In the plants we call as in a division. In animal groups we call as in a phylum, class, order, family, genus and species. So these are completely what called these are completely called as in the taxonomic hierarchy levels. And then all the organisms including as in the plants and animals kingdoms have the species as in the lowest category. So here the species is what completely in a it is a part of in a the lowest category. It is what lowest category. And then now the question you can ask how the place of the organisms various categories. So how to get placed as in different categories here. The basic requirement is the knowledge, the characteristic of any the individual or group of organisms. So when you take as any one particular group, there is any individual or group. It is helps to identify the similarities and dissimilarities among the individuals of the same kind of organisms as well as in other organisms. So here some features are there. So that features are based on we can completely could separate to as in the different plant species. Am I right? Like so now let us to discuss in the hierarchy level one by one. That is the first one is species. The first one is what? The species. See, the taxonomic study is considered as in a group of individual organisms within a fundamental similarities as in a species. So each and every species contain as what the fundamental similarity is present means one particular characters is present. Okay, yes, that is here one should be able to the different one species from the another closely related species based on the distinct morphological differences. So there are different morphological characters based on we completely be separate to as in the different plant groups. Here let us consider as in Mangifera indica and Solanum tuberosum potato and their Panthera lion and all these names the indica and tuberosum and leo represent as in a specific epithets. So here each and every the specific epithet they completely get separated. While the first words in Mangifera or Solanum and the Panthera, these are completely what? These are completely called as in what? Genera. They are called as what? Genera. Already been discussing a binomial nomenclature. Am I right? One is a genus name, another one is a specific epithet. So here genera, and they represent as another higher level of the taxonomic category. In the higher level of taxonomic categories. Next, each genus maybe they have in one or more than one species epithet representing the different organisms. So you take as in one particular organism, they having as in one or two, they are more the specific epithets as present. But having as a morphological similarities compulsory. You take as in one different species, they show as in that morphological characters also they are different. Here, for example, they given here what the Panthera and another the specific epithet is called as in Tigris, Solanum. These include a species as in a like as in a nigrum, Solanum nigrum, and here Solanum melangina means brinjal. Here, like this, different groups we get in here. Solanum melangina, brinjal, and human beings belongs to as a species. The specimens here Homo sapiens. Sorry, that in a Homo sapiens as a group to as in the genus is in a Homo. The Homo sapiens. Homo means what? That is a genus. And the specific name of this as in human beings written as in a Homo sapiens here. Homo sapiens. Next, the second category is what ma? That is a genus. Genus is the comprises a group of related species. Here, a group of related the species like as in that mango, and here we discuss as in a mango and solanum. Like the different species, we completely which are more characters. The common is the comparison species of other genera. So other genera is easily to get compared. How the different the species we can based on we get separating. We can say that the genera is the aggregated of any closely related species. So thus complete the genera consists of what? Genera consists of any the different their species. The different the related species as present here. And the brinjal, it is a two different. Here they give an example. The potato and brinjal, two different types of species. In this both belongs to a genera is what? Solanum. Here Solanum tuberosum and Solanum melangina, brinjal. These two are completely called as the same genera, belongs to as a Solanum. And see another example. Here lion, the Panthera leo and leopard. That in the Panthera pardus, these are the tigers. So with these several common features. These all species genera is a Panthera. Common genera is what? Panthera. So these all the genes differ from another genus. The completely the Phyllis which has included as any cats. The Phyllis they including as what? All cats as present. Okay, these are completely what? Genus. Next one is family. Here, what is the family? Here all related or this complete different genus we kept on under in a family. Here, see the next category is family. It is a group of related genera with as in the still less number of similarities in compared to a genus and species. So in this family, they're including as what? A number of the genus and species they completely there present here. Next, here the families are the characteristic. The characterized here the families are the characterized the basis of the both the vegetative and reproductive features of the any plant species. They having as in a two type of characters is present. One is in a they are completely vegetative and reproductive species. Among the plant example they given as in a the three different genera like as Solanum, Panthera, Datura placed as in a the families what? Solanaceae. So the all the related characters species we kept as in one family, that is in what? Solanaceae. Among the all animals, example genus Panthera comprising lion, tiger, leopard, the put along with as in a genus that is in a Felis. And this family is in a Felidae. So Felis are completely kept as under in a Felidae. The similar to a observed as in that features of the cat or dog you there find in some similarities in some the different well. They are in a separate to as in a two different families, Felidae and Candidae respectively. So the tigers will be they get placed as in a one group, and Felidae also they completely they kept as in a another group. Next, after order. Here order. What is the order? Order are nothing but as in a you have in the seen that earlier category like as in a species, genera, and then families. So here you have seen that in earlier that in a categories species, genus, and families are based on the number of the similar characters you kept as in under order. Generally, the order another higher taxonomy category identified the based on the aggregates of the characters. So different characters we completely kept on the order only. Next, here order beginning has a higher category which has assembled to the families which is exhibit the few similar characters. So here there are different the characters will be there present. The similar characters the less number as compared to as in different genera include families. So here different genera as present, and then different families also present. Next, the plant life the completely the plant families like as in a Convaceae, Solanaceae, including that in a order the polymonials means of the floral characters in animal order in a Corvocone includes as in the families like Felidae, Candidae. So the different characters of the families we kept under the order only. Okay, that is. Next one, class. This class category including as what? Related orders means all orders we kept on the class. For example, here order in a primata, they are completely comprising monkeys, gorilla, and gibbon. This species they completely placed under in this class in a mammalia. So these are all completely kept on the mammalia. Along with as in order in a completely carnivora. This include as in animalia, tigers, cats, dogs. So in this class mammalia also the other groups also there. Means the different orders also they get kept. Okay, this is in what completely class. The next one is that is phylum or division. Next one is what phylum or division. See in that phylum. In that phylum, all classes they're completely comprising the animals like as a fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds. Among the mammalians constitute of the next higher category is called as what phylum. So that all phylum we different reptiles, birds, mummies present as in kept under the phylum. Next, the based on their common features like as in the presence of the notochord or dorsal, their halo, their nervous system, including as in a phylum chordata. In case of plants with as in a few similar characters that are assigned to as in a higher category is called division. So they have few characters we completely their similarities we kept under the in a their division or in a phylum. Here next one is what that is in a kingdom. Next one is what kingdom. See in this kingdom it is in a highest hierarchy level. Kingdom is what it is in a highest hierarchy level. See in this kingdom completely the animals belongs to as a various phyla assigned to as in the highest category is called as in a kingdom. Animalia is classification of system of animals. So in this all plants or animals we kept under the kingdom only. In this kingdom plantae and other hand the distinct the comprises all plants various divisions and henceforth we will refer to these are the two groups of animals and plant kingdoms. So we are mostly we having a two kinds of the kingdoms as present, that is the plant kingdom and animal kingdom. Now the taxonomic categories. See here these are taxonomic categories. The first one is in a kingdom. The first one is what? This is in a kingdom. After the kingdom is a division and class and then order, family, genus and then species. It is in a completely one hierarchy level. Next after this taxonomic categories, after in this taxonomic categories, the from the species kingdom to have been the show as an ascending order, the starting the species. See here the ascending order first one is what? It is the species. And these are in a board categories. However, the taxonomists we have also developed as in subcategories. So these are completely they divided as in a subcategories. In this hierarchy, they facilitate as in a more sounds and scientific placements of various taxa. So here different characters based on we get complete separate as in a same different taxas. Next, for example, we go higher the species. Once you observed here, you recall the basis of the arrangements. Say, for example, we are higher species like as in kingdom, number of common characters go on in the complete decreasing. The lower taxa, more are the characteristic the members within the taxonomic share, higher category, and greater is the difficulty as determining the relationship of the taxa of same level. So the different taxa levels we kept as in different groups here. So in this problem classification become more complex. So they given as a one table also. In this table once you check out, this is the organisms. Here these are the organisms within a taxonomic category. For example, man you see as in Homo sapiens. Homo means here genus. Here hominidae means completely family. Primata is the order. Mammalia is class. Phylum is what? Chordata. And same another one here arthropods uptake. Here class is the insect or